Hello, do you want to know how to design a professional website? Do you want to know how you can live stream to Facebook or YouTube in a professional way? Are you thinking of how to design a basic graphic work using either Photoshop or CorelDRAW? Then if any of my answer is yes, then you are in the right platform, because by God's grace I'll be taking us through in this series of video on how to design a professional website, how to live stream to Facebook, how to live stream to YouTube in a professional way, and also how to make some basic graphic work using CorelDRAW and Photoshop. And I believe by the end of this training you'll become a better person. So thanks for joining. My name is Ayo Williams. By God's grace, I'm going to be the instructor for this program, and I'm a web developer by profession. Not only that, I'm into graphic designing also. I'm into social media. Also, I'm a commercial professional printer. Aside from that, I'm an accountant by career. That's my chosen career. I went to school and I studied accounting. And apart from that, by calling, I'm a multimedia consultant. So you can see that by God's grace I have what it takes to put us through in this training. So every training has its own agenda. Then it will be good for us to be able to define what we are into at the beginning of this training. So I want you to please sit back and watch what our agenda, what is our agenda for this course, what is our agenda for this program, and definitely at the end you'll be able to look back and discover that we have actually been able to meet up with everything we have promised by God's grace. What is a website? A website simply can be defined as a collection of related web pages, including multimedia content, typically identified with a common domain name and published on at least one web server. Do you understand what I just said? Okay, let me break it down for the benefit of us that were just coming up. A website is a collection of related web pages. At this point, there are two technical words here: website, web pages. For you to understand what a website is, the first thing is that you must be able to understand what a web page is, because we are made to understand that a website is a collection of related web pages. So what is a web page? A document which can be displayed on a web browser such as Firefox, Google Chrome, Opera, Mini, Microsoft Internet Explorer, or Edge. Just like I said earlier, a web page is any document that can be displayed on a web browser. Any web browser, and any document that you can display on any of this browser is called a web page. A web page. Any document that you can display on a web browser is called a web page. The combination of all these pages does not form a website. Am I confusing you? No. Let me take it again. The combination of all these web pages does not form a website, because that's not the definition of what a website is. What's the definition of a website? A website is a collection of related web pages. So for you to have a website, you must have related web pages. The fact that is a web page does not make it a website. Get it right. You must be able to identify, does this web page goes with each other? So for you to have a distinct website, you must be able to collate related web pages together. And not only that, you can include multimedia content such as pictures, such as video, such as music to it. That is why we said a website is a collection of related web pages including multimedia content, typically identified with a common domain name. What is a domain name? I will still take my time to explain what a domain name is in the subsequent video. However, for this definition purpose, I want us to understand that a website cannot function without a domain name. What is the essence of a website? What is the essence of a domain name? A domain name is what links all the web pages together. They are identified with the name. They have the name. For example, any site you go to now that has a home, that domain name will take you to the home. Any site that has a about us, that domain name will take you to the about us. Any website that you are seeing today that has a contact us, that domain name will take you to where that contact us is. That is to say, every website, it is being identified by a domain name. And one thing you must also understand is that a website must be published on at least one web server. What is a web server? Let me explain this in this video. A web server is a computer that hosts a website on the internet. That is the simple definition. A web server rather, is a computer that hosts a website on the internet. That is just the basic of what I'm trying to take us through. This is going to be the end of the first video, and so far so good. I've been able to explain 3 distinct words to us: a web server, a web page, and also a website. I believe you still understand what I said. If you don't understand, you can take your time, go back and listen to the video again, because it is necessary for you to know the basic. If you don't get the basic, then you might not be able to get it right, but I believe you will get it right. That is why I'm here for you. If you have any challenge, feel free to call my number and I will be able to explain 1 or 2 things to us. Having done this, what is the next thing for us to do? Let's go forward. We can't stay where we are. We'll be going to the next video, and in that video I'll be telling us the basic thing we need in order to have our website on the internet. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.